Off pole, Todd Doyle. Shannon Blackburn. Peter Gray. Quinton Clark is the inside of the front row, going racing.
Rightio, Greg Whirling, Todd Doyle, side by side, second row, Shannon Blackburn, Peter Gray, Gary Pagel, Quentin Clark, Nathan McDonald, Corey Stein, as Todd Doyle up the inside, as Gary Pagel car walks a little, he drops back a few. The battle pack right in the middle is going to get thick and fast, as Aidan Raymond up the inside of Baxter on the outside of Stein. Brett Barron's followed him through the centre. Can he make it in? Todd Doyle's out in front, followed up by Greg Whirling, Peter Gray, Shannon Blackburn, Quentin Clark, Gary Pagel. Next on track will be Nathan McDonald, Aidan Raymond, Lawrenson, as we've got a car. We've got David Head and Wade Cunningham turned around over the far side. Ken Menzies, David Barbler, Kerry Lack, Jason Slosh, followed up by Lee Volk, Alan Nash, Gavin Fletcher from a long way back. He's got a lot of work ahead of him in this one. Todd Doyle in one, takes the green flag. Greg Whirling, Shannon Blackburn drops it out high. He's on the outside of Peter Gray. He's going to start trying to work his high line. Shannon Blackburn, Peter Gray up the inside, 3 cars wide, Gary Pagel. And we've got a big one, Brett Baxter on the main straight. As the tractor's called into action once again. Gavin Lawrenson, Brett Barron, Max Clark, Corey Stein, Tim Smith, Ken Menzies, David Barbler, Kerry Lack, Slosh, Volk, Nash, Fletcher and Head. But out take the green flag now. Aidan Raymond moves up the inside of McDonald as Brett Barron drops back 2 places with a flat left-hand front tyre. Aidan Raymond's, holy moly, he's been up the inside of Gary Pagel in a big way. As Brett Barron's trying to still struggle on out the front. Todd Doyle's car is slowing. He's just backing them up. Greg Whirling is trying to open that door. He's trying to put his foot squarely in that door. And he's out into the lead. Doyle's going to have to work hard to fight back on the outside. But he does have a go. Whirling and Doyle go side by side, as we have seen in all the rest of the racing. There is a line up there if they can just run it in. Peter Gray moved into 3rd place. Shannon Blackburn on the high line. Quentin Clark, followed up by Nathan McDonald, Aidan Raymond, Gavin Lawrenson, Gary Pagel, the Welby Commodore struggling for setup at the moment. Max Clark, Menzies, Stein, Barron, Barbler, Smith, Gavin Fletcher's moved up about 7 positions. Shannon Blackburn leaves a little gap. Quentin Clark moves straight in. Greg Whirling out in front. Todd Doyle followed up by Peter Gray. Next car on track. Quentin Clark, Shannon Blackburn. Followed up by Nathan McDonald, Aidan Raymond trying to find a way through, in, under, round. Gavin Lawrenson sitting nicely in behind him. got a good lead over Todd Doyle as Peter Gray has a big look up the inside of Todd Doyle into second place. Gray and Doyle go side by side. Doyle's on the high line, Gray's on the low line. Doyle's car still sitting out there, Peter Gray and Doyle side by side for a full lap. Doyle's still on the high line. Quentin Clark following out in fourth place. Peter Gray has moved into second over Todd Doyle. Quentin Clark, Shannon Blackburn, Nathan McDonald, Aidan Raymond trying to open that door. Followed up by Gavin Lawrence and Gary Pagel, Max Clark, Ken Menzies, Corey Stein, Tim Smith, Gavin Fletcher's trying to go around the outside of Smith. He's got his work cut out. He's around Barbara, Volk. But out in front, Greg Whirling has got one hand on this field tonight. Peter Gray, Todd Doyle, Quentin Clark, followed up by Shannon Blackburn, Nathan McDonald and Aidan Raymond. Raymond sitting back in seventh place. Has a look up the inside of McDonald, but he's going to have to be a bit forceful. Greg Whirling now has got probably 10, maybe 12 car lengths over Peter Gray, who's under all sorts of attack from Todd Doyle, who's getting pestered by Quentin Clark on the outside. Doyle is driving further into the corner. But out in front, Whirling driving into the distance ever so calmly as Peter Gray leaves the hole. He's relegated back 2 places. Quentin Clark into third, Peter Gray back into fifth, fourth. Shannon Blackburn still trying on the high line. Nathan McDonald, Aidan Raymond, Lawrenson, Pagel, Max Clark. They've certainly gotten into a nice little rhythm here as Todd Doyle's starting to back him up. And there's the gap that Aidan Raymond needed to get in front of Nathan McDonald, as now he has a look up the inside of Shannon Blackburn, who's having a big run around the outside of Quentin Clark as Peter Gray has a look up the inside. Todd Doyle backing all these cars up the Nashie's produce. Shannon Blackburn's dropped back probably 3 places now. Quentin Clark's in third. Peter Gray's up the inside. Aidan Raymond, he's under attack now. Nathan McDonald and Lawrenson are closing. They're closing the gap. They've got it side by side. Lawrenson's up the inside of McDonald now. Raymond's inside of Peter Gray. Shannon Blackburn's made his way round. Brett Barron's still struggling on. He's had a lap put down on him by Greg Whirling. Todd Doyle, he's just given himself a little bit of a gap, but Quentin Clark can still see him. Shannon Blackburn now has left. Peter Gray in his wake. The white flag's out. Greg Whirling is going to cruise round for victory. Greg Whirling will take victory. Takes the checkered flag. Second place will go down to Todd Doyle, followed up by Quentin Clark, Shannon Blackburn, Peter Gray, Aidan Raymond, Nathan McDonald, Gary Pagel, Gavin Lawrenson, Max Clark, Gavin Fletcher, Menzies, Tim Smith, Volk, Corey Stein, David Barbler, Alan Nash, Slosh, Kerry Lack, David Head, and rounding out the field will be Brett Barron. The modified certainly got into a good rhythm there.
What are we going to do with Superstar and fucking bullshit? Yeah, well, it won't take
Well, Paul, if you would like to...
Quick word with Greg Whirling, who absolutely spanked him. lot of action behind him. We've still got supers to go, folks, so big night of racing here at the Speedway. Don't forget, of course, the trophy presentations down behind the canteen in the pit area. Greg, absolutely fantastic. You just ran away.
Did I? I don't know. I just Todd and I had a great tussle there, and I was just pleased to get back past him and just put the head down and reel in the laps and just see what happens. And yeah, the car was awesome. Denny Smith car, as per usual, just beautiful to drive.
Okay, well, take it from me. Yes, you just ran away. They were arguing the point over second and third, but you just disappeared in the distance. There you go, folks. Put your hands together. One of the greats in the sport, Greg Walling.